Have you ever wondered why some people can work for 12 hours straight and still look calm, focused, almost untouched, while you feel drained after just a few hours? You try harder, you push more, you tell yourself, I just need more discipline. But what if that's the lie? What if the problem isn't how hard you work, but how you're using your energy? Because 400 years ago, in feudal Japan, a young samurai almost died trying to outwork everyone else. Not from injury, not from weakness, but from something far more dangerous. Invisible exhaustion, and what he discovered next will completely change how you think about energy forever. Chapter 1. The Collapse Year 1630. A young samurai named Koji woke up and couldn't move. Not paralyzed, not injured, just empty, like someone had drained every drop of energy from his body overnight. He was only 22. Selected into an elite training program under a powerful lord, the best of the best. This was supposed to be his rise. Instead, it was his downfall. Koji trained harder than anyone. 12 hours a day, no shortcuts, no excuses, no rest, morning training, midday training, evening training, then study, then meditation, repeat while others slowed down. Koji pushed harder. And every day he got worse. His strikes became weaker, his body heavier, his mind slower. Every movement felt like dragging chains. Meanwhile, the older masters, men in their 50s and 60s, trained the same hours but never looked tired. Not once. One morning, his instructor, Hideaki, stopped him. "Koji, you look like a corpse." Koji forced himself to stand straight. "I'm fine, sensei." The old master stared at him. "No, you're not fine. You're destroying yourself." Then he said something Koji would never forget. "You're confusing effort with effectiveness." Koji frowned. "I train harder than anyone." "Yes," Hideaki said calmly, "and that's exactly why you're failing." They walked to the training ground, dozens of samurai practicing. Hideaki pointed. "Watch them." Koji observed carefully. Some warriors moved with tension, tight shoulders, clenched jaws, forcing every movement. Others looked different, relaxed, smooth, effortless, same movements, completely different energy. "That," Hideaki said, "is the difference between exhaustion and mastery." Koji leaned forward. "Teach me." The master paused, then said quietly, "There are 3 principles, 3 psychological laws that control your energy. Learn them, and you'll never feel exhausted again. Ignore them, and you'll burn out no matter how strong you are." Chapter 2. The First Principle. Hideaki looked directly into Koji's eyes. The first principle is simple, but most people never understand it. Energy follows attention. Koji blinked. "I don't understand." "You think your body is tired," the master said, "but your body is not the problem. Your mind is." He pointed again to the training ground. "When you swing your sword, where is your attention?" "On the movement," Koji replied. Hideaki shook his head. "No, your attention is scattered. Part of you is thinking about your performance. Part of you is worrying about mistakes. Part of you is comparing yourself to others. Part of you is thinking about yesterday or tomorrow." He stepped closer. "You are not training. You are thinking about training." And then he said something that hit like a blade. "Every thought that isn't in the present moment is draining your energy." Koji froze because he realized it was true. His mind was never quiet, always analyzing, always worrying, always judging, even while training. He wasn't there. "Your energy is leaking," Hideaki continued. "Not in one big loss, but in thousands of small ones. By the end of the day, you're empty. Koji asked quietly. How do I stop it? The master gave him a simple instruction. Sit. Do nothing. Watch your breath. For 5 minutes. Koji frowned. That's it? Hideaki smiled slightly. That is harder than fighting 10 men. Chapter 3. The First Training. Koji sat down, closed his eyes, focused on his breath. Inhale, exhale, within seconds. His mind wandered. Food, training, failure. Tomorrow. He pulled it back. Again. It wandered. Again. He pulled it back. Over and over and over. 5 minutes felt like an hour. When he opened his eyes, something had changed. Not dramatic, not powerful, but noticeable. He felt lighter, clearer, less drained. Hideaki returned. How do you feel? Koji hesitated. Not stronger, but less tired. The master nodded. Good. You've just closed your first energy leak. Chapter 4. The realization over the next few days. Koji practiced. Every morning, 5 minutes. Just attention. Just breath. At first, his mind fought him. Constant noise, constant distraction, but slowly, something shifted. He started noticing his thoughts before they took control. Then something incredible happened during training. He tried something new. Instead of thinking, instead of analyzing, instead of worrying, he focused on one thing, the sword. Just the weight, the movement, the motion, nothing else, and suddenly, his body moved differently, cleaner, faster, effortless. Hideaki appeared beside him. You felt it, didn't you? Koji nodded slowly. That's what happens when your attention is unified. When your mind is focused, your body doesn't struggle. It flows. Then the master drew 2 lines in the dirt. Scattered. Attention, 25% energy on the task, 75% wasted on thoughts. Focused attention. 100% energy on the task, 0% wasted. This, he said, is why you've been exhausted your entire life. Ending hook. Part 1. Koji wasn't weak. He wasn't undisciplined. He wasn't lacking effort. He was leaking energy every second through his own mind, and now, for the first time, he understood the truth. Control your attention, and you control your energy. But this was only the beginning, because what he learned next was even more dangerous. Koji thought he had found the answer. Control attention to save energy. Simple, powerful, it worked. But a few days later, he realized something disturbing. Even when his focus improved, he was still getting tired. Not as quickly, not as badly, but still, something was draining him. And that's when his master revealed the second principle, the one most people never understand, and the reason millions feel exhausted every single day. Chapter 5. The Hidden Enemy. The next morning, Hideaki handed Koji a heavy wooden bucket filled with water. Hold this, he said, arms straight, no movement. Koji lifted it. 30 seconds, burning. 1 minute, shaking. 90 seconds, pain exploded through his arms. He dropped it, breathing hard. He said, That's exhausting. Hideaki nodded. Good, now do it again. Koji groaned but obeyed. This time, the master said calmly, don't fight the pain. Don't resist it. Don't wish it would stop. Just accept it. Koji frowned. That doesn't make sense. Do it anyway. Chapter 6. The Experiment. Koji lifted the bucket again. The pain returned immediately, burning, intense, unavoidable. But this time, he didn't fight it. No, this is too much. No, I can't do this. No, make it stop. Just feeling it, observing it, allowing it, and something strange happened. The pain was still there, but it didn't feel the same, less overwhelming, less suffocating, less draining. He lasted 2 minutes, then 3, almost double. He dropped the bucket, shocked. What just happened? Hideaki smiled. You discovered the second principle. Chapter 7. The Second Principle. The master drew in the dirt, pain not equal to suffering. Pain is physical, he explained. Suffering is psychological. When you resist pain, you double the cost. He wrote again. Pain equals 30% energy. Resistance equals 70% energy. Most people don't get exhausted from the work itself, he said. They get exhausted from fighting the work. Koji froze, because suddenly, everything made sense. Every time training got hard, he resisted. This shouldn't be happening. I'm too tired. This is too much. And every one of those thoughts was draining him. Chapter 8. Resistance is everywhere. Hideaki stepped closer. This isn't just about pain. This is about reality. You resist everything. The heat, the difficulty, your progress, other people, your own limits. And every time you resist reality, you burn energy. Koji whispered, So what should I do? Accept it. Koji frowned. That sounds like giving up. Hideaki shook his head. No. Accepting reality is power. If it's hot, it's hot. If it's hard, it's hard. If someone is better, they're better. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop. It means you stop wasting energy fighting what already is. Chapter 9. The shift. That day, Koji tried something different. During training, his legs burned, his lungs screamed, his body begged him to stop. Old response, this is too much. I hate this. I can't keep going. New response, this is discomfort. It's here. I accept it. And something changed. The pain stayed, but the exhaustion didn't explode. He kept going, longer than before, stronger than before, not because the training got easier, but because he stopped fighting it. Chapter 10. The Real Enemy. That evening, Hideaki explained deeper. When you resist reality, your body enters stress mode. Stress mode drains energy. Fast, constant, relentless. But when you accept reality, your system stays calm, efficient, controlled. You conserve energy. Koji realized something terrifying. He hadn't been exhausted from training. He'd been exhausted from arguing with reality all day. Chapter 11. The Breaking Point. A few days later, Koji faced his hardest challenge. A sparring match against a senior warrior, stronger, faster, better. Normally, Koji would feel frustration, comparison, pressure. But this time, he paused. He's better than me. Okay. I accept it. No resistance, no ego, no emotional drain, just focus, just learning. The fight was still hard. He still got hit, still struggled. But something was different. He didn't feel exhausted. Because for the first time, he wasn't fighting the situation, he was working with it. Chapter 12. The Truth Most People Miss. Hideaki said something that changed everything. Most people don't lose energy because life is hard. They lose energy because they refuse to accept that it's hard. Let that sink in. You're not tired because your life is difficult. You're tired because you keep wishing it wasn't. That silent resistance, that constant frustration, that internal fight, it's draining you every day by now. Koji had changed. He could focus. He stopped resisting pain. He trained longer, stronger, and for the first time, he wasn't constantly exhausted, but something still didn't make sense. The old masters still had more energy than him, not just a little more, a different level entirely. And that's when Hideaki revealed the final principle, the one that separates normal performers from people who seem almost limitless. Chapter 13. The Illusion of Constant Action. One afternoon, Hideaki stood completely still. No movement, no adjustment, no wasted motion. Koji watched carefully. Something felt different. The master wasn't just standing, he felt powerful, like energy was building inside him. "Do you see it?" Hideaki asked. Koji nodded slowly. "You look full of energy," the master smiled, "because I am not wasting it." Chapter 14. The third principle. Hideaki stepped forward. "The third principle is this: stillness generates power." Koji frowned. "That doesn't make sense. Power comes from action." The master shook his head. "No. Power comes from stored energy. Most people are always moving. Physically, mentally, emotionally. They never stop. And because they never stop, they never recharge." Chapter 15. The hidden leaks Hideaki demonstrated. He performed a sword sequence. Perfect, clean, effortless. Then he called a student to do the same. The student was skilled, but different. Small movements, extra tension, tiny adjustments, restlessness, same technique, different energy. "My movement," Hideaki said, "uses 30% energy. His uses 80%. Koji was stunned. "The difference?" The master said. Stillness, Chapter 16, Training Stillness. The next exercise was simple and brutal. "Sit," Hideaki said. "Don't move." No scratching, no adjusting, no reacting, just stillness within seconds. Koji's body rebelled, his nose itched, his back tightened, his mind screamed, "Move! Fix it! Do something!" But he didn't. Minutes felt like hours when it ended. Koji realized something shocking. He wasn't drained. He felt calm. Chapter 17. The Real Energy Source. That evening, Hideaki explained, "Your body has two modes. 1. Action mode, sympathetic, fight, work, perform. 2. Recovery mode, parasympathetic, heal, restore, recharge. Most people live in action mode all day. No recovery, no reset, no balance. So they burn out. But stillness activates recovery instantly." Koji leaned forward. "Even during training?" Hideaki nodded. "That's the secret." Chapter 18. The Breakthrough. The next day, Koji trained differently. Between movements, he paused. No fidgeting, no thinking ahead, no unnecessary motion, just stillness. Then action, then stillness, then action. Something incredible happened. After hours of training, he still had energy, more than ever before, because he wasn't constantly draining himself. He was recharging between efforts. Chapter 19. The Integration. Now everything connected. Attention controls where energy goes, resistance drains energy unnecessarily, stillness rebuilds energy continuously together. They created something powerful. Not superhuman strength, not insane motivation, but something far more dangerous, sustainable energy. Chapter 20. The Final Test, 21 days later. Koji faced the same challenge that once broke him. 12 hours of continuous training. Before, he collapsed. Now, he applied everything. Focused attention, no resistance, stillness between movements. Hour 1, easy. Hour 4, strong. Hour 8, stable. Hour 12, he was still standing. Tired? Yes. Destroyed? No. For the first time, he understood. Energy isn't about pushing harder. It's about wasting less. Chapter 21. The Transformation. Months later, Koji had become different, not just stronger, not just faster, but calmer, sharper, more controlled. He no longer chased energy, he managed it, and that changed everything. Final message. For you. Here's the truth most people will never realize. You're not tired because you're doing too much. You're tired because your attention is scattered. You resist reality constantly. You never allow stillness. You are leaking energy an all day without noticing. But now you know. Your simple practice starting tomorrow, 5 minutes. Focus on your breath. Train your attention during the day. Notice resistance. Replace "this shouldn't happen" with "this is reality." Take stillness breaks 30 seconds. No phone, no movement, just be. That's it. Simple, but powerful. Because if you do this consistently, you won't just feel better. You'll become someone different, someone focused, someone calm, someone unbreakable. Now the question is, are you going to keep living exhausted or finally take control of your energy? Because the knowledge is here. The only thing left is your decision.